Okay, now we're on. All right, 11:30 Friday, strength and balance class with mini bands, a long band, dumbbells, mat, and a pole and a chair floating in the background somewhere. Okay, so start with your pole and we'll start with our stretch and our warm up. Away we go, taking this pole up and overhead, reaching it up as high as you can. You're going to breathe with this, so take it back, and then as you breathe out, take it down to your front. Reach it up, tall as you can, arms are nice and straight, pulling on the outside of that pole to get a little bit more of a stretch and extension in those shoulders and biceps and chest. Breathe it out. Let's bring it up one more time and reach as high as you can, and now slowly drop this pole down behind your shoulders. Don't need to come too far with it, and try not to compensate with your neck, so your back, neck stays straight. You're coming up and down for 3, 2, and 1, and all the way down to center again. Relax out of this. Let's roll those shoulders back and down. So hands coming up and down, and the pole sliding up and down your thighs as you bring those shoulders up and around. That's it. Back on up to center, and now we'll shrug them. So one elbow, one shoulder comes up to your ear, hands sliding along those thighs. Try and keep those hands straight, arms straight. It's all coming from your shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1. Back up and overhead again. Reach it up. We'll start with slow circles around your head. So now both arms are straight. Pull out, take your hands as far to the outside of the pole as feels comfortable, and around you go. Taking it back as far as you can. Last one in this direction. Taking it back to center, and then off to the other side. Away it goes. For 5, 4, 3, good, 2, last one, taking it back up overhead, and now we'll slowly drop one hand down, pole goes down onto your back, turn this way, push it down behind your head and behind your tailbone, and then slowly hinge yourself forward. Keep that pole on your butt, between your shoulder blades and on your head. If it's raising up like this, you're going to switch it with those shoulder blades, straighten your back out, and you'll feel that kick in on your hamstrings. That's it. 2 more with your arms in this direction. And then we'll come back up to center. And then let's take these hands a little bit closer together. So what you're trying to do here is inch your fingers a little closer together, elbows come out to the side. So again, you're opening up your chest. You've got a little arch in that lower back, shoulder blades coming together. That's it. Relax out of that, and then let's switch hands so the other hand comes down behind. Same deal, pushing down, and then get that stretch in those hammies and glutes. Slight bend in those knees. 2 more of these. And then the pole will come swinging around in front of you. Bring it up. Nice one. Nice. And then all the way up and around. Pole comes down into the center, right between your feet, about 6 inches in front of your feet. Hands come out at shoulder height, and then slowly walk those hands down as your butt sticks out. Legs are straight. We'll come sideways on this one. So now you're dropping your chest down towards your toes. And now bend one leg and straighten the other. You're going to feel that stretch along your lower back. Again, all the way along the back of your legs, hammies and glutes. Center it up, and then slowly walk yourself all the way up to the top of the pole. Hand pushes down on top of the pole, other hand's on top. Whoa, you're coming all the way up to your tippy toes, balls of your feet pushing through the floor. Squeeze those glutes. Now slowly walk those heels up and down, pushing through those balls of your toes. So you're not coming up to your tippy toes, you're coming up, getting that stretch on the bottom of your feet as you do this. 1 more on each side, and then we'll take it back down again. Walk your hands down the pole, nice straight back, sticking out, there we go, beautiful stretch. You should feel this as you drop your chest down to your toes, arms are straight, arms stretching out in front of you. You're going to feel this all the way along your back, and then slowly bring yourself all the way up to standing again. Let's take these feet now, you're just walking those heels up and down, 1 foot stays on the ground at a time. That's it. Down. So getting those ankles moving for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All the way back up to center again. Let's take that pole overhead. We're going to swoop it down and around. So take those hands out wide. That's it. Nice straight arms, and then slowly swoop it all the way around. You're alternating sides this time. Bring those feet wide. Sink deep into it. So you've got a nice squat going on with this. Down it goes, and back as far as you can. Overhead, nice big windmill swing side to side. And down you go. That's it. One more in each direction. And then let's take this pole down and off to one side. You're coming into a reverse lunge here. One foot comes in front, other one goes back. About hip distance apart, so you've got some stability. And then we'll slowly drop that back knee down. You can stay here with the leg fairly straight, or if you're okay with coming down a little bit deeper, bend the back knee so both knees are at about 90 degrees. You should feel the stretch on that hip flexor of the leg that's behind. Use the pole to get yourself up if you need it. That's it. Squeeze your glute when you get to the top, 2 straight legs. Nice. Feel okay? Yeah, that's why you got the pole, so be careful with that one. That's it. And then let's bring those knees up. Knee raise, walking those knees up high as you can, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Switch the pole over, knee comes up, and then slowly bring it down. You can be here, pushing back on that heel, so you should feel this in that back leg. Pop that front foot forward if you need to. Pole comes back by your hips, so you can stay upright with it. That's it. And then push down on the pole, pushing through the floor to get yourself back up again if you need it. That's it. 3 more. 2. Lovely. Last one. 1. Let's drive those knees up and across your body. If you can take the pole off the floor now, let's go for it. Arms out in front of you, knees coming up, and we'll take a little rotation coming from those shoulders, arms out in front. That's it. Getting those obliques on. And stretch for that lower back as well. Now let's start to kayak paddle with that pole. I know you're not going to go very far, but pretend that you are going down the Potomac for 3, 2, and 1. Back on up to center. Okay, pole's coming out in front of you. Let's get a hinge going with this, shall we? So pole's out about 45 degrees out in front. You're going to bring the leg up of the side that the pole's down on the floor on, and you slowly start to hinge yourself forward with it. Nice straight back. Foot can tap down on the floor if you want it to, or bring it up. Again, use that pole to stabilize yourself and bring yourself up tall. Hinge it forward again. Good. Slight bend in that front leg. That's the one that's doing all the work here. Nice. Take it to whatever depth feels comfortable for you. Take it down and up again. That's it. Last one on this side. Hold for just a little longer. Nice straight back. Beautiful. Arm out to the side. You're flying. 3, 2, 1. And bring yourself up. Walk those knees up. Ease it out. And then let's go. Same thing on the other side. So knee starts up at 90. Push down on that pole. Get yourself set. Back nice and straight. Cores on. And slowly hinge yourself forward. Beautiful. Bring it up. You've got 3 of these, and then you'll take that hold when you get to the end of it. Down you go. Strong leg. Pushing down through the floor. Make sure the weight's evenly spread on that foot. So more weight on the heel and the outside than your toe. Okay, last one. Forward. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Back is straight. Engage that core. Feel that glute of both legs here. 2, 1, and then bring it up to standing. There we go. Knees driving up again. All right. There's your warm-up. You can drop your pole now. Take a sip of water, and we're going to start with your long tube bands. Does everyone have these things? Hopefully. I need my water. Okay, so hold on to your handles, and then I want you to hold the tube part of it. So you're making a loop that's about that big. Because what you're trying to do here is be able to take it into your chest. So you don't need too much tension on it at this point. So we're going to take this band out in front of you first, reach it all the way out, but your back doesn't move, and then slowly bring those shoulder blades back. That's it. Reach it out again, shoulder blades come back. Elbows stay straight. So this is your movement here. Don't need too much tension on the band, just keep it straight for now. We're going to take it into our chest in just a second. That's it. One more with just the shoulder blades. Now let's spread those hands a little further apart and bring that band into your chest. So reach forward, shoulder blades first, and then bands coming into the chest. That's it. You've got 5 more of these. 5. Arms stay straight, elbows are straight. 4. You're a T. There's 3, and it comes into your chest. Perfect. Last one. Hold it out for a sec, and ease out of that. Down it goes. So should have felt that in lots of places. Biceps, delts, chest, back, all of those things. And also with the reach, you're getting those scapular muscles, those big stabilizers engaged. We're going to take this thing up overhead now, so same deal, but this time your shoulder blades are going to drop down. So this is your shoulder depression. So reaching it up to the ceiling, and then shoulders drop down. Elbows stay straight for 5, 4, 3, nice Lydia, 2, 1. Now take it down, pull it apart, comes into your chest again. So upper chest, bring it up, shoulders down first and then into your chest. Yep, for 5, 4, 3, beautiful, 2, 1, hold, and then release out of it and come all the way down. Let's roll these shoulders back. So ease them out. 2, and 1. Nice. Okay. Give those arms and shoulders a rest for a moment. You're going to stand on top of your band with 2 feet. Crisscross your band, so your hands are now by your waist, by your hips, and we're going to walk sideways with them. So one big stride, one half a stride. Big stride, half a stride. In case you hadn't noticed, after a few of these, you'll feel your quads and your glutes kick in. Try and keep those feet parallel to each other. Back is nice and straight. Your biceps going to feel it as well because you've got this tension pulling on your band. Keep going with those. I'm just going to close the door. Won't be a second. So one wide stride and then one half a stride, but try and have your feet stay at about the same distance. So lift that second foot, it's not sliding on the ground, plant the first one, come on back. You've got about 3 paces in either direction, each direction, wide as you can. That's it. Couple more in each direction. Here we go. Nice slow pace. Bend those knees a little more if that feels okay, otherwise stay up tall with it. There it goes. Good. Coming back to center. Last couple. Feet stay wide. Let's uncrisscross these bands. Taken up to your waist, elbows bent. Take them up as high as you can. Try and get your hands at 90 degrees, elbows at 90 degrees. You're coming down into a squat. Okay? So the tension is on these arms and then legs. Bring your feet a little wider. So you're using more hips than knees. Wider your feet are, the more you're going to feel it. Less you're going to feel it on knees if they're a bit creaky. There's 3 more. 2. Good. Last one. 1. Take it down. Give those biceps a rest. Give those legs a little rest. Let's take the band now. It's going to be under 1 foot. So we're back to doing upper body stuff. Still working those biceps. I want you to take it up into a bicep curl and then take it up to shoulder height. If it feels okay, you're going to take it up and overhead, or keep it here at shoulder height, okay, with the arm coming out to the side. You're going to feel this delt kick in big time. So biceps and delts here. If it feels okay to take it up and over, go for it, and then all the way down. So bicep curl up, and then push it up. You got it. So it's anchoring on the inside of the opposite foot. So you get a little crisscross action going here. Core gets engaged with this one as well, because there's a lot of tension coming across your body. 3 more. Reach it as high as you can. There's 2. Up to the side, if you want to. Taking it to here and down. That's it. And last one. Good. Switch it over, so the other foot is the anchor point. Other hand holds the handle. Decide where your tension wants to be with this one, so taking it into that bicep curl first, and then when you're ready, take it up and overhead. Okay, let's go. Bicep curl, reach it up. It's getting my watch strap. There it goes. Nice. And all the way down, so palms facing up as you bring it down, so you get that bicep curl, locking that elbow into your waist. Oh, might need a little less tension on this one. You've got taking it up and over. Let's do 5 more. 4. Good. 3. 2. And last one. 1. You should be feeling that in your triceps by the end, so hitting these muscles behind. Feel okay? Good. Everyone there doing well? Awesome. Okay. One last move with these. This time the anchor point is on the outside of your foot and you're taking it across your body. So you'll probably need a little more tension on it because I want you to, let's see where we go with this one. 2 straight arms. The hand that's coming across your body is the one that's doing the work. The other one's there as a guide. You're taking it out and around, shoulder height, or take it up and overhead. We're working these obliques. It's a wood chop move. That's it. Let's go 10 of these. Straight arms. 9. One hand's on top of the other, and you'll get a little bit more stability and some power control with that hand coming across your body. That's it. Nice and slow. I think that's 5 more. Looks good. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Slowly, slowly down. Nice straight arms. Let's switch feet, switch arms off to the other side. Here we go. Get yourself set. The other foot is going to pivot around. As you bring your whole body around, you can take it to shoulder height, or you can take it high. You decide, depending on the tension of the band. Let's do 10 now. Straight arms. 9. Lots of arm work here. So yeah, it's anchoring on the outside of that foot. 5. Good. 4. If you're playing golf, don't know if you are, but this is a great strength move for anything that has a swing going on with it. Last one. Take it up. Away we go. It was a bonus one, wasn't it? Whew. Okay, you can drop those bands. Let's give these arms a little stretch and reach out, and time to get some water. So taking those hands back behind and then in front, push them back, fingers spread, open up that chest, and then slowly bring those hands clasping together out in front of you. Bring it back again. One last time. Down. And take yourself into a water break. All right. Let's get back to these legs, shall we? So we'll do a few rounds with the bands, quads and glutes, and then we'll bring the chair into it and we'll do those chair squats and one-legged standing things, which are so good for core and balance and all of that. Okay, so bands are starting above your knees. Have a seat to put them on if you need to. Otherwise, stand on one leg. See how that goes. That's it. Awesome. Okay, when you're ready, you're going to start to take those strides side to side, nice and wide. There we go. feet parallel to each other as they come across. One big stride, one short one. Let's get down a little bit lower into that 3/4 squat. Weight squarely planted on those feet, back's nice and straight. Let's move some arms with it, shall we? That's it. One more of these back and forth, well, 2 paces. And then back, and last side. Come back up to standing, little break, and then we're taking that foot out to the side. Arms moving now. So all the work is happening on that standing leg, the other foot's tapping out to the side. Try and get the whole foot to tap out. The outside of the foot touches the ground too. That's it. There. Stay low. Let's bring these arms in, and as you swing that arm out in front of you, you're going to feel that stretch all the way along your back. Let's get lots of things going here. You've got 5 more. And 4. 3. Core of that standing leg should be feeling it. Last one. Come back up to center, take a break, and let's do the same thing on the other side. Tap it out. 10. Try not to put the weight on that outside foot, so theoretically this foot's going in and out like this. It's tapping down for your stability, but the weight stays on that standing leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Come back up to standing. Okay, you've got your monster walks, and then we'll do the taps coming back to get those hamstrings going. So monster walks or skating, striding it side to side as wide as you can. I'm going to trip over my dumbbells, aren't I? Let's get these little puppies out of the way. Right. So imagine you're skating forward, heel to toe, toe to heel as you come back. So you're going backwards with it as well. You should feel your glutes and hamstrings start to kick in with this move. Hold for just a second with that one foot off the ground. That's it. And then back you go again, toe to heel, roll, roll, roll. Get that ankle into it as well. Let's go forward one more time and back one more time. Some of those arms. That's it. Last one, coming backwards. And back tall to center. Oh, I felt that. Right, now you're leaning forward, toe tapping back. We're going to stay on the same side, tap it back. The weight's again on that front leg. So now you should feel it more in that glute and hammy as you hinge forward with it. Your foot can be off the ground if you want to, or tap the toe back for a little more stability. That's it. Or bring it up. Off the ground. Let's do 5 more on this side. 4. 3. 2. Nice. 1. Back on up to center. Oh, other side. Away we go. Other arms coming out in front. Tap that toe back to start with. And then if you feel that your balance is there, let's take that foot off the ground. Stay down. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good. Almost there. 2, staying down with it. Last one. Come back up to standing. Oh. Okay. Let's grab your chair, shall we? If you need a sip of water, now's the time. I'm going to go get this thing, bring it over. There. Okay, you're going to keep the bands on to start with for the first ones, and then the second round you'll take your bands off. So sitting right on the edge of the chair, plant those feet, and then slowly, let's start with ankles on this one. So popping those heels up, toes pushing down as you do this. Okay, a couple more of these. Back is nice and straight, tall with it. There we go. Okay, come on back to center. Now you're going to take your knees up one at a time. So marching feet. Try and put the weight here into your butt so it's coming off your feet. So my toes are just gently touching down. You got it, back is nice and straight. You're feeling these hip flexors working here. That's it, take your hands behind if you need to, touching gently on the chair for a little bit of support, but you're using your core here to keep yourself upright. Last one each side. And come on back to center. Plant these feet about hip distance apart, and we're coming up to standing. So weight pushes through the heels, come up, all the way up, squeeze those glutes, touch it down. You're not going to rest down on that chair each time, you're just gently going to touch it and hold for a second. I know my chair's really high, so if you're on a lower chair, it's a whole lot more challenging. But yep, try not to touch down when you come down, that's it. Okay, who wants to come on up to their toes? Ready? Let's go. When you come up tall, up to your toes, pop those heels up if feeling that's going to work for you. There we go. 5 more. Squeeze the glutes and push those hands back as you come up. Whoops. There's 3. Squeeze it back. 2. Engage that core. Squeeze those glutes. Feel those. Everything working when you come up. Last 1. And then back down to seated. Okay, who wants to do this one-legged standing thing? You're all muted, so you have to say yes. Okay. Take a pole if you want to. If you need a little bit more stability to get you up, because you're not going to use your hands, and you're trying to use the pole as little as possible. One knee's coming up, other foot plants into the floor, and slowly bring yourself up to standing. Take yourself down. You've got 5 on one side. Do it with or without the pole, you decide. You can tap the toe of the assisting leg to keep yourself stable, or keep it off the ground, and away you go. That's it. Try not to use the pole too much. Try and take that foot off the ground if you can. Bring yourself down. Take the pole off. There it is. A couple more of these on the side. You're going to feel your hip flexor working of the leg that's up, and the quad of the leg that's taking you up and down. Beautiful. And rest. Nice, Elaine. Take that pole over to the other side. The other knee's coming up. Get your core set, because that's a lot of what's happening, working here to get you up. Breathe it out as you come up. Let's go. Whew, needed the pole for that one. Let's try it without. There. Foot's off the ground. 3 more really good ones. 2. Awesome. You guys look great. And last one. Come back down to seated. And rest. Okay, let's walk these heels up and down again. A little bit faster this time. Heels, ankles moving. It's an active rest. Ankles and toes. Breathe with it. Hope that felt good. Stay seated. We've got a couple more things to do. Elaine, you're ahead of the game. That's what we're doing. So drop your pole down. We've got 1 more round of your knee raises. And this time around, we're going to add some clamshells into it, because I want to get these glutes on as well. So let's start with the knee raises. Try not to have your hands on the bench. You're using your core. Your shoulders are back. Your back is beautiful and straight. Everything's on. Your upper body and your hips are doing the work. Drive those knees up, those hip flexor muscles. Toes gently tapping down on the ground. Just touches for 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet together, planted, about hip distance apart, and now slowly, slowly, slowly bring those knees out to the side. Hold. You're going to feel it in these muscles on the outside of your glutes. That's it. Slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2. When you get to 1, you're going to hold it out there for 5 seconds. And hold. Back straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Okay, bands come off. 1 more round of standing on one leg, getting up to standing. A little bit easier without the band. Take the pole if you need to. Try not to use it though when you're doing it this time around. This knee comes up. What shall we do? Let's do this one. Core's nice and tight. You're on. And breathe out as you come up. Try not to push on the chair, push on the pole. Bring yourself up and slowly lower yourself down. 5. Whoa. 4. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Don't slump down onto the chair. I know those last couple of inches, if your chair is low, are pretty hard. That knee, weight goes onto your heel. Push through the floor with your heel and then keep the weight on. Let's do one more. You will look awesome. That's it. And down. Nice. Other side. Away we go. Knee comes up. Back core on. And off we go. 1 foot. Five more. Making good. Come all the way tall to standing. 4. Knee stays up if you can. Or if you need to plant it down, give yourself a little bit of a push up. Make sure that that standing leg's doing 80-90% of the work. Last one. Up you go. Tall. And down. Oh. Good. Drop your pole. Have a seat. Let's get some water, actually. Yeah, let's get some water. Okay, I did say that we were going to do a whole lot more core stuff today, didn't I? So that's what we'll do for the next 10 minutes. I'll just get a sip of water, hold on. So we'll start with your dumbbells. You just need one dumbbell for this. First moves will be standing, and then we'll be down on the mat for the rest of them. So your first move, we're going to take a pivot down. You're going to take it to your knee. You're taking it across your body. So we've got a rotation going here. Push it out to the side. If that feels okay, take it a little higher. Take that pivot down and then reach it up. So you decide where you want to be with this, taking it out to the side or up higher. Good. Pivot that foot so you're shifting your weight side to side. Good. Move my chair out of the way so it's not in the camera view. There we go. Let's do 5 more. 4. Push it out nice and slow, really controlled. 3. You can do this with 5s, 8s, 10s work. Don't need to go too heavy with it. Last one. Take it back to center. Square it up. You're going to keep this dumbbell around near your waist, and we're going to take it around your body. If that feels fine, let's shift your weight onto one side. You're going to tap toe down, heel comes up, pull on that belly button, core comes on. You've got 5 more. 4. If you want to bring that foot off the ground, you can, otherwise keep the toe tapped. 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Okay, we're taking it over to the other side now. So, this side, down, out to shoulder height, pivot it, punch it out, take it a little higher if you want to. There we go. 10. Get some power with it. Get a little bit deeper with it if you want to as well. Got it. Squeaky shoes, sorry about that. Go onto the mat. 5. Didn't help. 3 more. Nice. Last one. And then we're coming back to center. And this core band around here is getting work now as you bring that dumbbell around in the opposite direction. Shift your weight over to the foot that you weren't on before. Bring the toe down, heel comes up, core's on, or bring that knee up. Spread those toes. Nice and tall. There's 3, 2, 1, and done. Bring it down. Oh, okay, take your dumbbell down to the mat where your hands will be, and you're taking yourself down onto the floor, hands and knees. And let's take a little hinge back and forth to get things eased out here. You're tucking your toes under because I want you to push back on the bottom of your feet. So tucking those toes. Stay high with those hips. 3, 2, and last one. All right. Okay. Coming over to the side, and then you'll be on your back. So take your knees over to the side. Actually, I'm going to swing myself around so I can face in this direction. And slowly bring yourself all the way down. We're going to use this dumbbell for these moves. So your first move, we did this in the last workout, I think. Getting that back set and getting these abs on. So swooping these hands up and over your head and then off to the side, or just to shoulder height, and then down. As you do that, you're going to engage that lower back, pushing your lower back down into the mat as your hands come to your side. Up and overhead, little arch in the back as you breathe up. Breathe in, hands up, and down with that back as your hands come down to your side, and breathe it out. Last one, hands come all the way down to your side, lower back's on, and hold it. Pelvis tilts away to those heels. And 3, 2, 1, and release out of it. Let's bring those knees up to 90 degrees now. Feet come up off the floor, lower back, pushed in. Knees come a little bit further away if you want some more intensity. You shouldn't be able to squeeze your fingers, slide your fingers to your spine at this point. Down it goes. And heel taps down. You're doing 5 on one side to start with. Take a little reset, and then you'll stay on the one side. It's 3. Keep the back on. 2, head, shoulders on the floor as well. And 1, looking up to the ceiling. Okay, your reset has your feet coming up. Release out of that back so you're in neutral spine for just a moment. Breathe it in, and then as you breathe out, push those abs back on again. This time round, I want you to stay on one leg. You're going to bring those arms up and overhead, reach them to the ceiling. You've got 5 on this side. Keep a little bend in that knee, and you'll be able to keep your back on a little bit more. 3, 2, let's take those hands out a little further past your head. So then your upper abs come on as well. There's your last one. They're not moving at the moment. Come back to center, reset that spine, breathe in, breathe out, and off you go to the other side, taking that leg down. The other knee stays right where it is, 90 degrees. There's 3, 2, most of the movement's coming from your hips, 1. And back up to center. Let's hug those knees into your chest for just a moment. And grab your dumbbell. Okay, your dumbbell is going to push onto your knee. So, left hand, left leg, push that dumbbell in. All right? Both knees are up at 90 degrees. Lower back pushes in. As you do this, you should get a little shake in that arm that's pushing the dumbbell in. The other leg's going to move. This one has an isometric hold, hitting the obliques here, and the other side comes in and out. Let's move an arm with it. Out it goes. Push in with that dumbbell. You've got, lower back stays on, head's on. Keep these going. 5 slow ones. Your legs now reaching out a little longer. There's 4. There's 3, 2. Push harder with that dumbbell. You've got 1 more. Let's do a bonus one. Last one. And bring it in. Dumbbell comes down to your belly. Take a little rest, neutral spine. And we're off to the other side. So right hand takes one end of the dumbbell, push it in with your hand. Knees come up, back comes on. You can of course do these without a dumbbell. You can just press your hand into your knee. It just ups the intensity just a little bit more to add some weight in there, and it gives you something to push against. I'm calling that 3, 2, and 1, and done, and rest. If you didn't think that was quite enough, you can do another round of those if you do this as a video later on. Otherwise, let's just move into our next move. So you're going to keep your dumbbell for a little bit more resistance for your hip raises. So it's going to sit on your belly. Hold on to it. You're slowly pushing your heels into the floor. Pelvis tilts down towards your heels. Hips start to raise up. Jam those heels through the floor. Squeeze those glutes. You should feel your hip flexors stretch here. Hold, and then slowly lower yourself down. Gently, gently, gently. The first few, we're going to do the movement, lowering it and relaxing all the way down to the ground, and then we'll stay off the ground. So 2 more like this. I want you to get that feeling of jamming those heels through the floor. Last one with the releasing out to the ground. Squeeze, glutes, down, relax. Now this time round you've got 10 of them and you'll stay up, so it's more of a pulse. So stay up in this movement, bring your heels a little closer to your butt and you'll hit your glutes more than your hammies, and away we go. So butt doesn't touch the ground. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up here. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze your glutes, heels through the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down you go. Okay, let's take this dumbbell up and overhead. So it's coming back at about 45 degrees. You're going to add a tricep extension here because we didn't really hit those too much, and they do wondrous things for your abs if you've got something back and over your head while you're doing an ab move. So this is your tricep move. You're pushing hard into the ends of that dumbbell, keeping those elbows close to your, well, they're not going to go close to your ears, but they're out in front. They're not flaring out to the side like this. They're staying here. Let's see if I go in this direction. Keep them in close. Push on that dumbbell and you'll feel those triceps get on, as well as those biceps. 2 more like this, and then let's bring those knees up again. Feet come up. You're going to take one heel down as your hands come down behind your head. Alternating sides, this is your last move, so we've got 10 of them on either side. Alternate it. 10. Back stays on the ground, jam it in there. 9. Elbows come back. 8. You should feel your upper abs, lower abs as your legs come down, and your triceps. May as well make it all work, huh? 5. 4. Knees come a little further away from your chest if you want some more intensity for the last 2. Breathe with it. Last 1. And we're done with those. All right, drop that dumbbell off to the side, roll it away. It's gone. Hands are out to your sides, knees are up, feet are down. We're going to do a little back extension and push down here, so it's a lying cat-cow stretch. The last minute or so is stretching, so arms are out to the side, palms facing up, and slowly breathe with this one as you arch that back up. Breathe it in, fill your chest and abdominal cavity with air, and then slowly, slowly, slowly lower your back into the mat and breathe it out. Let's get those pelvic floor muscles onto it here, so you're squeezing all that air out of your belly with your muscles. Breathe it in again. Open that chest and then slowly, slowly breathe it all the way out. Squeeze those pelvic floor muscles and hold. Again, you can keep doing a few more of these. They're a wonderful strengthening movement for all that pelvic floor area. If you connect that with your breathing in as you let all the air sink into your abdominal cavity, through your chest, and then slowly squeeze it out. You've got a count of about 4 in and out with these ones. Come on back up to center. Neutral spine. Let's take these arms up and reach them overhead, fingers touching each other, arching that lower back, shoulder blades are touching the ground. Your lower back's arched up. Those tailbone round there, that's pushing into the ground as well. Now slowly bring it down, hands come down to your side, and then let's bring them back up again, shoulder height. You're going to drop 1 knee off, 2 knees off to one side, head turns to the other, stretching out your lower back and those abs. Arms stay wide, take your head looking past those fingers as your knees drop to the opposite side. Do that 1 more time, back and forth. Last stretch, let's get those glutes stretched out. So ankle comes over that knee that's up. Options here, keep that foot on the ground, or you can bring the foot up and pull in through that triangle between your legs and pull in behind your knee. This elbow is going to push down on the inside of the other knee, get a little bit more of a stretch in those glutes, or you can keep your foot on the ground here and just simply push out on this knee. You can also do these ones seated. I think they're more effective if you're lying down, and if you're on the floor, you may as well do them now. Let's switch it off to the other side. Foot comes up, pull in behind. So it's this foot, the knee that's closest to your chest that's getting that, that's the side that's getting the stretch on your glutes. Pull it in just a little bit more, and then slowly ease out of that, feet come down. You're done. You're going to get yourself up to standing now. So take yourself sideways, or bring yourself up to seated, however you want to get there. Taking it sideways first is a nice way to get there. And then on up to your knees. One foot comes up and up, or you're going to do your crisscross-legged standing, sit to stand. Elaine, you can do the crisscross, can't you? Or take it up. If you're coming, so your options here, try and do it without your hands. You can take a little push back with one hand if you need that to take yourself up. Or if you're on your knees, take one hand and try not to push on your thigh. Breathe it out as you come up. All of those options to get up to standing. Nice, Bob. Okay, we're done. Let's take those hands up and overhead. Fingers clasped. Beautiful stretch. And we'll swoop it down, hinge it down in front. So don't need to bend your knees too much with this because I want you to get that hamstring stretch as you swoop it down. Let those hands hang long and heavy. Last one, all the way up. Hands out to the side, arms out to the side. Roll those shoulders back. 2, 1, and there you have it. We are done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Great to have you here. Okay, right. So this video is going to go somewhere on YouTube, and I'll send you guys all the links. So you'll have 2 workouts to do, and I will also send you other classes that I think would be great for you all. Okay.